Good morning, Huskies.
Welcome back to the highlight of your Fridays, HNN.
I'm Bo.
And I'm Carlos.
Guess what, Huskies?
It's time for general news.
On Thursday, there was a CTE open house for incoming freshmen.
Say it went pretty great.
Wanna know who else did great? Robotics team. They had a big win last weekend on the 11th.
That's awesome. So here's an exclusive interview with Dylan White, a key member in securing the win.
How have you seen the robotics team grow since it started?
So I can tell you that the team had grown tremendously over the first 10 years or so. It had kind of gone downhill when it wasn't a class anymore. I can tell you that the students that are in it now help bring it back to, I think, better than what it's ever going to be. I can tell you too, one other thing I want to add is the community has really come together to be able to help support us. Even my assistant coach that just walked in, he actually is a first and second year robotics student. So that goes to tell you like how it's rubbed off on the community. I mean, I had Patrick like 17, 18 years ago when this first started. It's gone ahead and created a lot of engineers. Some students, they don't end up going ahead and working in a technical aspect later on, but they end up going ahead and learning what they have and applying it to the real world.
What is your name?
I'm Dylan White. This is my second year with Mount Hope Robotics. I'm a junior. I took it last year as a designer, and now this year I'm a coder and builder.
What is the robotics team name?
652, the Underdogs.
When and where was the competition?
I was at Mount St. Charles High School on the 11th this past weekend. Well, overall, out of the 20 teams there, we won third place, and we also won the Innovate Award, which was great for this year. It was a lot of fun, and we saw a lot of teams that we saw in previous years.
What part of building the robot did you have?
I sort of help with the overall structure of the robot, so I mostly help with building the main arm and slide kit on the back of it to collect the points.
Tell me all about that point system.
So you collect samples from the central area, and then you can put them in lower baskets for 4 points, or you can put them in the higher basket for 8 points, but that's a little bit more difficult. And finally, the max amount of points is 10 for hanging them along the bar. We mostly prioritize the higher baskets for 8 points. Near the end of the round, depending on where you parked, is bonus points. So because at the end of the round we hung off the top bar, we got extra bonus points for that. Our top competitor was Wheeler. They're a technical school and they had 4 teams. Normally they come up in at least the top 10, all of them. They're a very strong team. This year their main team won first place, but we were able to beat 3 of their other teams.
How do you think robotics will help you in your future?
For college, I'm going to college for mechanical engineering, and I'm probably going to end up in the robotics field somehow, especially growing up around Bristol. There's a lot of underwater robotics programs that I'm looking into right now.
Do you think that the robotics team is a good outlet to explore engineering and robotics and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely. Especially as an after-school program, I think it expands a lot on what the school currently offers.
What advice would you give, or what do you have to say to anybody who's thinking about joining robotics?
It really is a sport and a sport of the mind. Different types of students are involved. You don't have to go ahead and be somebody who likes to get your hands dirty and build a robot, but you can be. You can be a person who does the design. You can be a person who actually does programming of the robot. They actually have people that drive the robot. There's some students that just work on the design and the aesthetics of the robot itself. There's other students that are just in charge of kind of keeping track of the business aspects, the financial aspects of it.
So you can be anything you want to be.
You truly can.
If you're interested in joining the robotics team, you can join next year. We're going to be hosting another competition, and we'll probably have 2 teams next year at Mount Hope.
Thanks, Summer.
Speaking of science, the science fair will be happening on January 29, but I wish I knew the time, place, and a little bit about the projects we'll be seeing.
Well, boy, do I have some good news for you. Here's Mr. Munzer and some Huskies. Tell you a little bit about the science fair.
Ooh.
The science fair this year is January 29th. It is in the library from 6 to 7:30. This year we're going more towards a sort of like symposium format where we're going to do all the judging during the day. Students will come up to the library, they'll be judged. We've got some community judges as well as the science faculty, which will be judging the projects. And then at night, we'll have the awards as usual, but we'll also have a keynote speaker We've got a former student who is majoring in chemistry at Roger Williams who's going to come in and talk a little bit about her work that she's doing at Roger Williams, as well as kind of her path in science. And then following our keynote presentation and the top 10 awards, we'll have about an hour or 40 minutes or so of viewing of the projects where students who are there can stand near their poster and talk to folks who come in to see. So once we select the top 10 best affair, those projects, we enter into the State Science and Engineering Fair. That usually happens in March up at CCRI in Warwick. And historically, our students have done really, really well. All different sorts of things, from a certificate all the way up to a $5,000 renewable scholarship at URI and RIC. So in the past, we've had lots of students earn lots of special recognition at the State Science Fair. And so it's been a nice thing. We've been really well represented up there.
And I'm Quinn Frawley.
And our science fair is about the effects of diet on fruit fly microbiomes. It can demonstrate how the American diet today can have a deep impact on how you truly live your life.
My name is Max Scott. My science fair is about dietary antioxidants and the effectiveness that they have on brine shrimp. I have these brine shrimp and then I put them in some tea. I basically see if they survive if I put them under stress. I think it's pretty useful to the world because antioxidants are in a lot of common fruits and sometimes they can have bad effects, but then there's also good effects too.
I'm Megan.
And I'm Piper.
And our project is finding different solutions for removing microplastics from sand. It has real life applications because these can be effective for actually getting microplastics out of our ocean.
Hi, I'm Mia Simboni, and my project is about measuring the damage of DNA. And I'm going to be using the COMET assay in order to measure the amount of DNA damage from UV radiation to E. coli to a chemical substance like bleach. For instance, we could decrease the chances of a person getting malignant cells or cancer.
My name is William Rodericks.
My name is Chen.
And for Science Fair this year, we're going to be extracting psychoethrin
from apple peels. The problem is the antioxidants in real world, like vitamin C's, within the fruit skins. And this can prove that eating the whole fruit can improve your health.
Gives more of a scientific reason on why you should eat your fruits and veggies.
Good luck, Huskies.
Attention, Huskies. There is a little bit of a scheduling conflict on January 29th.
On the 29th, Science Fair is happening. It's also the Brian Latessa Wrestling Scholarship Night. We'll begin at 6 p.m. in the Mount Hope Gym.
Fly high, Mr. Latessa. We miss you.
Midterms are happening from the 22nd to the 27th. Make sure to study. Today is January 17th, 2025.
Don't you think that we're just on a roll?
I know, right? This year's going by so fast and we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers.
Hey, enough with the future talk. Scares me. You ever feel like you ever just want to turn back in time?
If I could turn back time, if I could find a way.
I'm Austin Daniels, reporting live from Gillette Stadium, here with fifth-string quarterback Austin Sylvia. Austin, what are your chances in the Super Bowl?
They're pretty good. I think we've had an advantage past couple of games. Been a lot of speculation that we use deflated footballs and bad plays that aren't legal apparently, but I've heard it all at this point. So,
what is your chance of getting in the game?
Slim to none.
And let me see this ball here. This is a ball they use. This is clearly regulation. I don't know where these allegations are coming from. Keep it up and good luck in the Super Bowl.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, Austin, can you give us a demonstration on how you throw?
Yeah, sure.
Wow. You have a cannon. You should really play.
Thanks, Mia. Wow, HNN looked so different back then.
But you know what hasn't changed since last week? Weather.
Our resident weatherman Carlos is back with an exciting forecast.
Hey, it's me with your weather.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyways, so shimmy over here. So Saturday, we got rainy skies, just like my life, with a high of 46 and a low of 30. And then if we like shimmy my way over here to Sunday, we have it's partly cloudy with a high of 39 and a low of 21. Now, the weekdays, yeah. So if I were to just like shimmy myself over here to Monday, it's once again partly cloudy with a high of 29 and a low of 14. It looks like I'm gonna be crying myself to sleep tonight. Tuesday, it's somehow worse. With once again partly cloudy with a high of 22 and a low of 12. Wednesday, it's slightly better, which honestly it's not saying a lot, but here we are, with a high of 25 and a low of 16. Thursday, once again, partly cloudy, noticing a little theme here. It's a high of 33 and a low of 21. And then last but not least, Friday, it's partly cloudy, the high of 34 and a low of 22. Yeah, just please make it stop.
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Back to you. Make sure to bundle up, Huskies.
That's all for now, folks.
Remember to tune in next week for Husky Munch with this man right here. So much more.
And remember, Huskies, have a wonderful weekend.
Everyone say HNN.
HNN. Wait, no.